Did you know that 70% of our immune system resides in our gut? And the gut is connected to the brain by a two-way communication system called the gut-brain axis. It's incredibly important for anybody to have good gut health. However, it's extremely important for people with MS to look after their gut, have good gut health, because it can affect so many things like chronic fatigue, constipation, low mood, abdominal pain, and poor gut health can also lead to other chronic diseases. So our brains, our control centres, require constant fuel from high quality foods to function and stay properly protected. And so we are what we eat, we are what we absorb, and we are what we don't absorb. And by that I mean if we don't have good gut health and we can't excrete waste products from our body, all that's going to happen is that's going to circulate back around the body in the blood, and it's going to cause a whole host of other issues. So that is why we need optimal gut health to be able to excrete things as well as take in nutrients. So good fuel is necessary to keep our brain functioning at an optimal level. The type of foods that we put in every day to our bodies will affect our performance of our brains. So it's really important to understand the kind of things that we need to eat and the kind of things that we need to do on a day-to-day basis to give ourselves and our body optimal fuel for the brain to function. We really want to focus on things like high quality foods that contain a balance of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, because all those things are really important to keep inflammation at bay and help with things like clearer thinking. All these types of foods and minerals will help nourish our brain and protect it. So what kind of food should we really be avoiding to keep our brains healthy? So eating foods that are nutrient poor, like a lot of junk foods, for example, that are really devoid of nutrients, and even though we're still getting energy from that food, we are not really getting the nourishment, the vitamins and the minerals that we need to keep our body healthy, keep our gut healthy, release those enzymes to be able to make the gut a healthy place to help our brains. So also things like alcohol and coffee, junk foods, they deplete our nutrient status. The junk food disrupts the brain function by triggering dopamine pathways, causing inflammation to the brain and damaging the neurons, ultimately affecting mood, learning, cognition and memory. On top of doing that, junk food has actually been found to inflame the brain, and the chemicals and all the nutrient deficient foods that are found in junk food have also been found to damage neurons, and it reduces the generation of new neurons as well. It actually leads to feeling of things like depression, which we can commonly associate with multiple sclerosis. The toxic Western diet can actually cause inflammation in the hippocampus, which is a part of the brain that is responsible for our memory. You can see that it's not only going to affect our mood, give us low mood, but it can also affect our learning and cognition. And a really important factor is our memory as well. So what are the things that we can do to help counteract all of these negatives? We can start consuming rich antioxidant foods like berries, nuts, leafy green veg like spinach, kale, broccoli is another really good source, as well as getting our high omega-3s in, which can be found in things like oily fish, mackerel, shellfish. It can also be found in nuts, flax seeds and chia seeds. Garlic is a really good one as well. Onions are really good in quercetin. So it's just about making sure that we are consuming antioxidant rich fruits and vegetables, and making sure that we also have fatty acids such as oily fish, avocados, and making sure that we are moving as well, exercising every day. But also getting things in like your kefir, which is fantastic for gut health, Also things like sauerkraut, which is also another good thing to help with gut health. All these things will help to encourage the growth of neurons, in contrast to the damaging effect that junk food will have on our brains. What we eat, how we digest it, how we absorb nutrients all affect our body and our brain. Not only is it that what we eat, but it's also about how we digest our foods as well. Because if we've got a compromised gut system there, we won't be taking the nutrients and absorbing the nutrients like we should be, and we can't send all those nutrients to other parts of our body that need those nutrients and nourishment, but particularly the brain, in order to function correctly. So we can do plenty of things to help ourselves. I just really feel like one of the biggest things is that we can cut out this processed junk food, because we can eat healthily and it doesn't have to be expensive. Ultimately, you are going to reap the benefits from having these types of food in your diet, because you will see a difference in the connection as well between how you're feeling, because the gut is so intrinsically connected with the brain. I'm a massive believer that what we put into our body is basically what we're going to get out. And I am living with multiple sclerosis. I am not on any medication, and I am hoping that by living a really healthy way with good food, good nutrition, I'm going to help prolong any disease progression with my multiple sclerosis. It's important to look after our guts, so in turn we can look after our brains, which is extremely important with people that have and are living with MS. Thanks everyone for watching.